Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome to this video of, so you have a new story that you know is going to flop, so you just attach it to a pre-existing IP so that you know that people will go and see it no matter what. Great job, Disney! I'm sure that by now a lot of you have already heard at least something about the new Snow White remake. It's been surrounded in controversy, and the lead actress has quickly become hated on the internet and has pretty much torpedoed the film already. This picture has been one of the more viral images of Snow White and the 7 crackheads from under the bridge. So aside from the fact that the princess with skin white as snow is being played by a non-white actress, which I really don't care about, but a lot of people seem to, so I thought I'd at least mention it. Don't hate me for mentioning it, I really don't care. They also decided to change the 7 dwarves into 1 dwarven man and 6 magical creatures. And I really don't understand this change. All it really seems to be doing is reducing the inclusivity of the film, and basically just taking away jobs from dwarven actors who already find it super hard to find work anyway. This is even worse than when they hired Gary Oldman to play a dwarf in a film about being rejected by your family for being a dwarf. So he spent the entire film on his knees with fake shoes on, which I still can't believe actually happened. I've seen people trying to defend this by saying that it's actually bettering the narrative and stops perpetuating stereotypes about dwarven people. But they're actors. They play a part. There's no stereotypes here. In a children's fairy tale, a character called Grumpy is grumpy, and another character called Sneezy is sneezy. I don't understand what's so bad about that. It's like saying that Gal Gadot playing the evil queen is perpetuating stereotypes that all white women are evil. It's just not. They're just playing a part. And even Wee Man from Jackass said this about it.
You're replacing jobs that people could have as little people. Okay. Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, it's 4 dwarfs. Why are you hiring Snow White and the 7 average people? They want to make it right, they redo the movie and they recast. Okay. Sometimes you gotta, they have to lose, they lost it then. And now they gotta come back better. Make it better, Disney.
And I agree, there's nobody that's happy about this decision. Disney need to just take the L and redo it. This is already destined to be another film in the line of huge flops for Disney. We've had Lightyear, Strange World, The Little Mermaid, Elemental, and now this. And this combined with the current state of Marvel is leading to Disney losing a lot of money each year.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince.
This alone brings up so many questions, because in the original story she obviously gets tricked and manipulated into eating a poisonous apple, which basically puts her into a coma until death. So how is she meant to be getting out of this? Is she gonna kill the queen as a zombie? If they really wanted to change up the story, they could have gone similar to the Maleficent route, where true love's kiss was actually the mother's love, not the dude that she met one time. So keeping the main plot point as the original, but adding a different twist on it, which makes sense and adds to the story.
And she's not going to be dreaming about true love, she's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Okay, so dad good, love interest bad. She also calls the prince a stalker and says that this isn't a love story at all. Okay, so you've taken a classic and beloved love story and taken away the love story and changed literally everything. So it's just a new movie. It's clearly not Snow White anymore. The actress has even said that she's only watched that film like once.
I'm being so serious. I watched it once, never revisited Snow White again.
And like, okay, if you didn't like it, fair enough. But most people, when they're preparing for a role of a very well-known character, and consume the previous material so they can more accurately portray the soul of that character. But since she's basically not playing Snow White at all, I guess this isn't an issue. And this is what I meant in my intro thing, where I said they're basically just using a well-known character's name because they know it's the only way to get people even talking about this movie. Otherwise it would just be another Strange World that nobody even knew came out. And in a lot of these interviews, they have a pretty smug look on their face, like, yeah, we changed it, and you're gonna love it, because we're awesome. And I might be wrong, because I'm an idiot, but it seems like changing a story like this kind of invalidates all the people who actually just want a love story. A lot of cinema, for a lot of people, is just escapism. To leave the troubles of real life and get lost in a fantasy of whatever they really want. And some people just want love, and for someone to come in and save them and make everything okay.
I know that you've rewritten it, and it's going to be about a Snow White that don't need no man to save her. Did you ever stop to think that in this day and age, that is exactly what we want? There are women in this world who want that fairy tale because all they've known is the exact opposite. And there are women who don't want to hear about rescuing themselves because they do it all the time.
Yeah, sometimes movies don't need to be that deep. And a strong commentary on how society is wrong and women can be strong and girl bosses too, because yes, obviously women are those things. But sometimes people just want a fairy tale. Whereas the way that some films are portraying it and talking about it, they're almost saying that if you're a person who just wants true love and a person there to care for you and protect you, then you're stupid, because you should want to be independent and single. Like, yes, be independent and strong and take care of yourself, but it's okay to not be sometimes. They kind of make it out like it's a bad thing. Not everybody wants to be a leader. Life would be perfect if I could just hang out in the woods and bake cakes and talk to woodland creatures. It would also be perfect if I had superpowers, but we need a healthy balance of both. But now I want to talk about what is one of the bigger clips to come from this. As we know, a lot of actors and writers are on strike at the moment, which makes sense. I mean, especially for writers, because they are a very, very key part of making any movie that you love, so they deserve to be paid decently. But at one of these protests, our favourite actor Rachel Ziegler, I'm guessing that's how you say her last name, but she was there and said this.
Stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess. I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed on.
Seems like a lot of entitlement over the character of Snow White, who you hate. And she's already getting paid multiple millions for starring in this movie. I understand that you want to be paid more, who doesn't? But you already have more money than most people will see in their lifetime. I get why smaller actors would want to strike and get paid more, because they aren't being paid multiple millions. But she is. And to me, this clip really just shows her weird relationship with this character. She's both like, yeah, well, I'm Snow White, this huge character that everybody knows, I'm amazing, but I hate her and everything she stands for. I just don't understand it. I know this video has been quite different to my usual content, which if you haven't already, you should totally check out, by the way. But this is such a big topic, and cinema is such a big part of my personality, so I just wanted to say something. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really does mean a lot to me. And if you do, then I will wear a Snow White dress for my 1000 subscriber live stream. Have a great day.